عبد الحمد بنكاس بميكا خبتحا لعلي أمباسادر مرحب بربنكا ميدا مسكتماس نغار سلب إمكاس لعلي لعلي أمباسادر دول عمدي أمون والتصدر أمباسادر حفتي أمباسادر حوي أمباسادر بيبي أمباسادر عالم ما نتوعكم تقراي شو مساقيكم مصطفى لنا سماي تقراي 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 عدي تقراي عدي تقراي أصدق 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 يوز لك كان جيفكان عادل كاي هيكا زي تعقل أمان عليك سخانة إيد كوديها تهب تلقيها ذات قراينا تعدلا تتسود يحرف الله تقراي عدين لو من بر صباح اللوب سناي زبن تقراين لب زبن بر نعمتا شويت لملم
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 بأكل وطئيب منفس بسانا
Hello everyone, welcome to MD Media Show. MD Media is live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and YouTube, and it's my great pleasure to have the man with the Tigray flag, as some of the medias were reporting him, Marek Mokonnen. As you see on the screen, he was one of the highlights, if I may, of the Oregon World Championship. Welcome, Marek.
Thank you for having me.
Great. The reason we chose this title, Carrying Golden Tigray, I think for our viewers, it's good to show the medal table. So as I think this is the most recent one, the United States is leading by 10 gold, followed by Ethiopia with 4 gold. And total medals 28 for the US and 10 for Ethiopia. And out of the 4 gold medals for Ethiopia, 3 of them are from athletes from Tigray, and out of the 4 silvers, 1 is from Tigray as well, as far as my information is concerned. So Marek, you were yesterday at the 5,000 meters championship, and you decided to do something maybe that attracts the attention of many. So this is Lat Sambet, Marek carrying her, and then this is Gudaf, who was the gold medalist champion for the 5,000 meters. So first off, you came from Texas to attend this or to take part in this championship as an audience. So can you tell me when you came to Oregon from Texas, and were you alone? Did you come in groups? Just paint a picture how it looked like your way to Oregon.
Yes, before I was trying to attend the athletics champion or world athletics champion, but I was not able through my due to my job. I work on a trucking business. I drive a semi truck and I travel all over the country. Uh, there was no time for me or opportunity to get to that stadium, but I in my mind I was trying to make it somehow, and then I decided to 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 take my job over there, then I can make it. So what I did was I took a load and I drove there. Um, I came a day before, and then me and my friends we decided to go to that stadium, and yeah, I was happy. I was excited. And I know I was gonna do something inside of me. But I drove over 4 days to get to Portland.
And you arrived on the same day or a day before?
A day before I arrived, a day before. But what happened was when we get there, it's over 2 hours from Portland City, and then when we go there, we were late. We were late, and not just we were late, and then once we get there, the ticket was sold out.
Mm.
So me and my friends, we start begging them. Either we can, guys. We tried to buy the ticket online. It was sold out. We tried to pay cash. It wasn't allowed, and finally we found the expensive ticket for one of the expensive seats, and then we pay over 585 if I'm not mistaken. And then I said, let's just pay it. It was the running was about to end, so there was what do you call it, two rounds was left. Two rounds.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So when I get there, it was only 2 rounds left. So what I did was I just, I have to jump on,
And you had the flag with you?
Yeah, I had. What I did was I hide my flag because I go through the Ethiopian team, that's not my seat, But I was able to manage to sneak out through to the Ethiopian teams, and they didn't see me. I was standing behind them just to get close, and I gave to my cell phone and my wallet to my friend. I told them whatever happens, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna use this opportunity to be a voice. And they didn't believe me at first, but and.
Talking about voice, I know you talked to one media. Was it Charles? Let me see if I can play that here. And you were talking about being voice to the voiceless. So for our viewers, I mean, UMD Media has been working on the Tigray war and the Tigray genocide, all that, but still, from a personal perspective, for Ma'arag, I gather your families, your friends, childhood friends, classmates are still in Tigray.
Mm-hmm.
And when is the last time you were able to communicate with them, with families in Tigray?
It's been over 2 years since I talked to them live. Like once a month or something, we got a voice mail as anybody else. People go to the border, people go to some NGO offices just to send their voices to tell us that they're fine, which is not everybody's fine, but we know that they just want us to make us feel better from this frustration and everything we are having here. But most of the family, friends, I haven't talked to them or hear from them. I don't know who is alive, who is not. Uh, it's scary. I haven't talked to them for over 2 years.
Mm-hmm. As any Tigrayan, I understand that you have been campaigning for more awareness in the international community, including in the US. So, what made you decide to do this? So, can you, walk us through the thought process in terms of this is my time, I have to do this? And you mentioned about giving your cell phone wallet to a friend, and whatever comes, I will be able to uh, carry that.
Yeah, the bigger things is um, this is a big event, like huge. It's international. Whether anybody like it or not, I'm gonna be there anyways. The story is gonna be there. So what makes me that to do that is my people didn't get enough support or um, uh, help from the world or from whoever needs to help us. And at the same time, we've been surrounded and we starving. My people is starving. My people is dying. Children is dying. People are leaving their hometown. Their, you know, so it, deep inside, it, as anybody Tigrawai, the pain was, I had it for a long time. The pain you cannot explain or you cannot exposure. So the pain is too deep, and I say to myself, okay, those like big country like Ukraine, they got the attention they need from all over the world. They got the support from Europe, from everybody. But us, we are the only who have to us ourselves, as any Tigrawai says, بغلطمنا. Anybody who can contribute a little bit of their things could be changed, especially for events like this. That's the only chance we have to get our voice out throughout the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are many people who are following us on all platforms. Of course, very happy with what you did. And so let's go to what happened. So you decided to carry Letta Sambet and Gudaf, because I saw only the still pictures, not video. So
yes, everything is not coming out.
Okay, so who did you carry first?
So what I did was, when I ran, my plan was just, it was not to carry any of them. It was to kiss their feet. That was my goal, and that's what I did. I just kissed her feet. I don't know how it didn't come out the picture, but that's what I did first. I just kissed her feet, and I know I didn't have enough time, and somebody's gonna jump on me, so I just start carrying them. But my goal is to kiss their feet on behalf of Tigran, to thank them and to tell them that we're there. Everywhere you go, we're here. We're with you. The people is with you. We hear you. We know your pain. The Tigray people are proud of you. That's the message I want to send to the world. But carrying them was emotional because I was so happy that I did it, and I just grabbed Letta Sembet first, and then next I go to Medina.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. So there is a question here from Adil Brahana. She's asking, or he's asking, what was the reaction of both our athletes? Were they scared?
I can see on their face double emotion because they were happy. Actually, when they see me, they were happy, and I was talking. They're not talking, but when I talk, I can see their face reaction and their body. When I hug them, I can feel them. The body language was telling me enough what I need to hear from them.
Okay, what did you say to them?
I told them, "You my heroes. You our heroes. We are here. We are here. We are here." I just let them know that we are here. Wherever they are, we're there with them.
Yeah, it looks like in this picture, for me at least, yes, Latasambat is, I don't know how to express, but I can tell maybe Gudaf was like, I don't know what she was saying, but were there,
Good.
she was just standing and.
No, she was just happy to join us because I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't even know who win because I was just planning to jump on because I didn't know who came first or second. But I know it's one of them. That's why I just carried the first one I can get because I know I don't have enough time. The security will get me before I did what I wanted to do. So it's microsecond, as you can see. It was quick and fast. So I tried to get both of them, and I did.
So what happened then? Again, because we didn't see the video. So after you carried Letasamba and then Gudaf, so did the police and the security came immediately, or what happened?
Yeah, they immediately, as you know, in this country, they immediately respond to action like this. I tried to run away from the security as well. Maybe the video will come out later. That's why they tried to grab me, and then my shirt was ripped off, and I make it a little bit, and they catch me later. What I was thinking is, if I can able to make it, I'm gonna run more with the flag. But they catch me, and they detain me, and they ask me what I did, why I did this. I told them it's not to become famous. It's a message, and they asked me what's the message. I explained everything what's happening in my country, and then they warn me, and they let me go.
Yeah, but for me, Marak, looking at this picture, you are detained and you are in the middle of two, security people.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at your face, looks like you are not there. It looks like you are in the most warm, environment one can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
What was going in your mind at this point in time?
As you can see, even when I was in the hand of the security, I was trying to show the flag to the world, to use every piece of minutes or microseconds I can get, and I was happy. I didn't care what's gonna happen to me. I didn't care what's gonna come as a result. But that's why you see me smiling, because I was I was so happy, that I did that.
Yeah, I can imagine, and many people are happy about that. Just a personal question: do you have kids?
I do have 2 kids.
How old are they?
I have 6 years old. Her name is Ra'i Ma'arik Mokonan, and I have 4 years old. His name is Bahtana Ma'arik Mokonan.
Are they were they in Oregon, or you left them in Texas?
No. Actually, we used to live in Oregon, and we just moved to Texas. And I told my son that I'm going to Portland. He was excited, and he see me on TV.
And he saw what happened.
Yeah, he saw what happened. He was asking my wife what happened, and she was explaining him. They called me, and then I told him.
Yeah, he must be proud of you. And so when you decided this, you are repeatedly saying, you were ready, whatever, once you are, you voice it for the voiceless, whatever happens, you will take that. You are not concerned about your kids?
No. My kids were comparing what's happening and what my brother and sister are doing on the Battle of Tigray. This is nothing. It's nothing. It's not even. I mean, like I say, this is nothing to me. My kids will still sleep in a good bed, and they will have food, everything they need, whether I'm present or not. So there is no for me to worry. I mean, comparing to my people, what they gone through back home, this is nothing. This risk is nothing to me.
I hear you loud and clear. Yeah. Petros Kidano is saying, did you pass your message in Tigrinya to them? Very proud of you, he's saying.
I did tell them, not in Tigrinya, but in English, which is that's where I can spread out the voice of Tigray.
Great. One thing that listening to the names of your kids, your own, your family, and I have that information when I was getting ready for this interview. Is there anything that I was told you are a very courageous man, even as a kid back in Matala, and tell me, when you grow up, looking at here, your dad, Ato Mokonnen, he was a daring man as well. During the Derg time, he was defying everything to just, for his people, for his identity and so on. Were there any inspiration that you have had from Ato Mokonnen?
Definitely. This is him talking. This is his spirit talking. My dad, Mokonnen, was one of the top supporters. He was arrested for sending medicines during the TPLF fighting against Derg. He was sent to prison, and he was actually arrested twice for clapping his hand because they control one of the town of Tigray. He clapped his hand between the Derg when he was standing between the Derg regime leaders. So this is him. This is him speaking.
In you, yeah.
Great.
So if you were to speak, we'll do a Tigrinya show shortly, but if you were to speak to the world now, what would you tell the world? I mean, you used everything you could in that podium, and showing or making a case for the Tigray siege to break, for the blockade to be lifted, so that you, as many Tigrayans in the diaspora, could connect to their families. But UMD Media had a story yesterday on a malaria outbreak, anthrax outbreak in 10 districts in Tigray. That is on top of what has happened in terms of lack of food, starvation, lack of medicine, all that. So if you were to appeal to the powers in Washington, Brussels, London, and elsewhere, what would you say to them, Marek?
My message is gonna be loud and clear. We, the Tigrans, we the key of the world, not just Ethiopia or Africa. We are the mothers, the fathers of the civilization. We are ancients. We have the root. We are the roots. I want to tell the world, without us, the world is nothing. And even my Tigran brothers and sisters, mother and fathers, I would like to tell them that know who you are. We're not small, we big. We bigger than you ever think. We big. We build Egypt. We are Aksumites. We are so big, and the world has to admit that who we are. They know who we are. They know our history. They just need to hear us. The world will not be a better place without us. That's what I can assure them.
Okay, great. So there are a number of questions, but I cannot leave without asking you your reaction. So our viewers, this is an Ethiopian official. This is an Ethiopian official translating for Gudaf. And at the end, the journalist in the press room asked this Ethiopian official, of course, to asking Gudaf about what he thought of Ma'arag carrying the Tigray flag. Let's hear that, and I want to ask Ma'arag what he feels about that.
So I can make it easy. 1500 was having 3 qualifying competitions, but this one is only final competition. So I control all the team of that 5,000 meters, so I can make it easy. No problem.
And at the finish, the guy ran out with the Tigray flag. Can you talk about how you felt about that?
Sorry, no, this question is not good for us. Okay.
So I don't know if our viewers heard him. So the question was asking Gudaf what she thought about Ma'arag carrying the Tigray flag. And the Ethiopian official, as you could see, whisked her and saying, no, this question is not good for us. No, that's what he said. So Ma'arag, you saw that video. What did you feel, given that just a moment before this happened, Gudaf you are carrying her higher, and you actually, there is a very interesting picture where you are, maybe not saying anything, but feeling like you are saying, just a gesture, the emotion, and so on. You are in close contact with her. So what did you feel? What did you make of the Ethiopian official whisking her, rushing her out?
Well, it's obvious, actually, where people ask me why you didn't hand her the Tigran flag, why you didn't put her on her top of her shoulder, but I know the Ethiopian Athletics Federation, they didn't want that, and I don't want to put our kids on trouble. I don't want them being used for the media or for politicians. That's why I didn't want to hand them the flag, or they could be emotional even if they just grab a little bit of the flag. You know how it could be turned up. So I know that this kind of reaction will come out from them. So it's just usual as another day that we can get back from them.
Very good, important point. Our viewers might remember that Dr. Tedros Adhanom, the head of the Director General of WHO, recently received an honorary doctorate from University of Edinburgh in Scotland. Mm-hmm. And apparently, the color of the graduation, the honorary vest of the university happened to be red and yellow. And it's shamelessly many in the media, in the Ethiopian media, they were saying, he carried the Tigrayan flag in that ceremony. So I hear you what that could be taken by Ethiopian officials. One last video to close our English show with you, Marek Mokonnen, is the parents of Letasembet, who heard about the victory of their daughter, the medal, the championship, even breaking a record. They had to hear it from another person a day after, more than 24 hours. And they had to speak, they spoke with Tigray television in Maqala. And let's play that one. And I want, because I know you watched that before as well. So when you were carrying Letasembet, many were representing that you are representing her family, her childhood friends and so on. So let's play that video.
Continues to win medals and astonish the world with her talents. Her family in southeastern Tigray remained disconnected from the world with little knowledge of the wonders of Letasembet's achievement. We traveled to Samre in southeastern district, just 60 kilometers from the capital, to speak to her father, who says he learned of his daughter's victory at the World Championship a day later when he had made an unexpected trip to Tigray's capital.
When we had cell service in Tigray, we used to be able to get quick access on her wins. But now I only found her victory because I traveled to Mekelle on Sunday.
I heard on Sunday afternoon when a relative came and told me Letasembet had won the World Championship. I asked where, and he said it was far away, in America. He congratulated me and told me he was happy. It was around 10 p.m., and I asked him how he was able to reach her with there being no electricity or phone services, and he told me he had heard on the radio.
Her parents tell us it's been 2 years since they've seen their daughter, and the city continues to block travel into or out of the state.
We haven't seen her in the past 2 years.
It's been 2 years since we last met. We miss her, but we can't see her.
Lesembet's parents, like all Tigrayans, are suffering from the severe impacts of the siege that has discontinued banking service, telecommunication, and other services.
We're in serious trouble. There is no electricity, banks are closed, and there is no transportation because of the siege. We don't have phone services.
We are worried about the upcoming harvest, how much we could produce without fertilizers. But we are not the only ones facing this problem. Every farmer is suffering like this.
The parents say that despite the difficulties they are facing, they hope to see their daughter soon and ask us to pass along this message to her.
The sun will rise. Keep on working hard until we meet again.
My daughter, may God help us meet again. This too shall pass.
This is before the event yesterday in Oregon. So when you were carrying and interacting, when you were talking to her not responding, what was the feeling in your mind, Marek?
Well, as you know, without spoken a word, we Tigrayans have a universal language at this moment. I haven't seen this video of her family saying their feeling, but that's exactly what I told the reporter if he's seen it, on behalf of her family and the whole Tigrayans. So I feel it before I can see their feelings on the media.
Well, talking about this video, actually, that you mentioned, very interesting expression used was you were becoming a voice even for the athletes. That touched me really, because indeed, the pain they are going through, they cannot speak their mind, they cannot speak, their pain, their distress, all this emotional roller coaster over the last 2 years. And in a normal world, these are, powerful people. They are champions, and they are supposed to be in normal circumstances again, to be a voice for others. But that tells me the scale of the war on Tigray. And unfortunately, I think what you're pointing out is there is a clear, ignorance or silence from the international community. Marek, before we sign off from the English show, anything you want to tell your kid? The 4-year-old may be too young, but speak to your son, please.
Well, I will tell my kids, as I name my daughter Rai. She's Rai Tigray, Rai of me. Well, I start the Rai. They start the Rai with their dads. When I say that, they can do anything to be heard if they want to. There is nothing that can stop them. And my son Bahtana will follow the lead. We follow his father, his grandfather, what we are trying to do for them to the future. So I love them so much. I'll be home soon.
Great.
That's what I can say.
Awesome. And those who are following us and speak Tigrinya, understand Tigrinya, we'll have a Tigrinya show shortly. Marek, so much for being with us. I know you drove 4 days from Texas to Oregon, and even today, I am sure you didn't get enough sleep. But I thank you very much for your time, and I will see you in the Tigrinya show shortly. Thank you for our audience. The interview done on site.